Hey everyone, welcome back to Open Remote. Our last guest is a tap sensation from the Bronx who uses her talents to inspire people with her moves. She's a Hoover Award recipient and she's also recognized as a leader in the tap community. She recently performed at the Joyce Theater alongside multi-Grammy winning musician Arturo O'Farrill. And today she's here to tell us about her online tap classes, Operation Tap, as well as her virtual tap quarantine talks. Please welcome Ayodele Casel. Hello.
Hi, Rhina. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and to see you like this.
These are the times, my dear. And I must say, you are in a really nice, serene setting.
Oh, thank you so much. This is my studio. This is where I get to dance, and it's in my house. So I feel really lucky, to have the space to be active, during this time.
I think it's wonderful that you have a studio in your living quarters because at least you're able to continue exercising your craft.
Yeah, no, it's been a real blessing. I've recognized that from the beginning, It's called Original Tap House.
Well,
we call it that because
the original what? Say that again.
Original Tap House.
Original Tap House. I like that. That's the name of your studio?
Yeah, it's Original Tap House. We even have a website. But we call it that because we've had this brownstone where I live in the Bronx has been, many tap dancers over the last 25 years have lived in one of the three apartments. So,
That's a big deal because, I don't know how you would do in a high rise where I'm living.
Yes, I'm quite sure they would have, petitioned for my eviction by this point. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So, which should we talk about first? Should we talk about the tap quarantine talks? Because it sounds to me that you are speaking on a universal level now, based on the circumstances. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so thank you for asking me about it. About in February, mid-February, I wanted to hold an open call for tap dancers to, I called them a work session. It wasn't an audition. I just wanted to work with new dancers that I hadn't, met before. And so I held this class at Give Me. It was a 2-hour session and I had about 35 or so tap dancers come. And they were all, for the most part, New York based. And we had such a great time. There was such a feeling of generosity and real work ethic in the room. And so I thought, this would be really great to do monthly to keep it going. And so I did set another date on the books. And of course, then we had pandemic. And rather than cut that off, I decided to hold the meetings virtually.
And what was really cool, how has that worked out for you?
It's been amazing because, I've been able to have people from all over the world tune in. And it really speaks to the international nature of the dance, of tap dancing. And so we've had, this Sunday will be our 6th talk. And I've had participants from Ukraine, South Africa, New Zealand, Canada, Germany. It's been, and of course, all over the US. So it's been really nice to connect with people and have them connect with each other, via in this way.
So is this the first time you're discovering all of these new tap dancers from those different parts of the world?
Well, I knew that tap dancing is an international form, and that is one of the strengths of the community. But what is nice is that a lot of the people that have joined are people that I've only seen their name on Facebook. So there are people who engage with us either just through like social media or through Operation Tap, which is another one of the platforms where I teach. And so I've been able to have face-to-face time, as opposed to just like this, scroll on social media.
Right. And just pretty much support each other and learn about each other and kind of deal with each other on that superficial platform, because really it's only what they want us to know. Right.
Well, yeah, but also what I would like to say about it is that it allows us to engage with the art in a different way. Like, getting in the room is one thing, but also to be able to talk about practice and discipline and process is equally as valuable. And it kind of like changes your perspective a little bit when you go back to put on your shoes. So I I'm enjoying it. It's like the highlight of my week.
I can only imagine. And that is a wonderful segue into the tap class operations that you're offering, right? So, but before we even talk about tap class operations, I want to, how many women are down with this whole tap quarantine talks? How many women?
Oh, I got to tell you, there are a lot. We outweigh the men, I'll tell you. I think
Really?
so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the participants, you know, there are so many women who tap dance, you know.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It
I mean,
has
because in
been,
the past, it's been a male dominant art form.
yeah, I think it's about like who breaks through to like, you know, the mainstream, so to speak, you know, has tended to be male. But in terms of the practicing part of it, there's so many women who are dancing, who are tap dancing, and who always have been. It's just about whether or not we know about them. But I'm happy to know and to tell you that there are many women, female tap dancers who are coming through and representing. And there's also teachers, and you know, it's
Right.
nice.
And then there's you molding them. So that's a wonderful way for us to
Oh
talk
yeah,
really
we're
quickly about the
sharing.
tap. What is it? A tap class operation,
Operation
right?
Tap.
Operation tap.
Operation Tap.
My bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, so
Operation tap.
Operation Tap an organization, a company that I co-founded along with my friends Anthony Morigerato and Mike Minery, and we actually started this 6 years ago. And what the purpose of it was to create accessibility of tap dance information and exercises and technique and all of these things to people around the world. We felt that there was a gap. Maybe people who were in the middle of the country or south or whomever, they didn't have access to a lot of information tap dance related. And so we created this online platform where we have exercises and combinations, and we talk about musicality, and we talk about old tap dancers and the masters of them. And so, and then we also have a paid subscription for it as well. So people can either engage with us online just, you know, for free, and we have a lot of exercises for free, but we have a lot of classes that that are in the vault, so to speak, that people can access through our subscription. And then every now and again, we do live classes as well.
Right. And so this is good for beginners. And what if people don't have tap shoes?
Oh, well, I mean, I think if you don't listen, you don't need tap shoes to tap dance. You can ask any tap dancer who tap dances through the supermarket as they're doing their grocery stores in their street shoes. So you can, you know, you have some hard toe shoes. You know, if you have some forgiving neighbors, now's the time to like to just do it. Sign up for the basic class. It's so much fun. And you know what? It is really good for your health. Like my heart rate gets going. I get a little sweat glisten. So it's really good for your just for your health as well. And it makes you joyful.
Well, watching you makes us joyful, which we're gonna get a taste of in a few, right?
Yeah, yes. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Uh-huh,
Oh my gosh,
absolutely.
Ayodele, thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank
be
you
with
so
us.
much.
It's so lovely to see you feeling and looking lovely, and thank you for blessing our open artist stage. In spite of our current circumstances, we find ways to just be together. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be back.
All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, Ayodele, she's going to perform for us. Don't go anywhere.